Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a faithful trip. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a good day.
We have a summery soap today from HAGS Artisan.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on Wednesday and Saturday mornings, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the With Pack. Cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. Tesla drivers in there. They'd love to meet you too. And for our mention today, Demetrius let us know that there are a few extra goodies in the box. So stay tuned for the unboxing session when we mention those. And what is our soap today?
We are off to a lagoon today, y'all. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at HAGSArtisan.com.
Summer does not always have to feel bright, clean, and expected. Sometimes it feels strange, moonlit, salty, tropical, a little dangerous. Abyssal Lagoon was crafted by HAGS as a fragrance inspired directly by the artwork. A surreal shoreline where glowing moons, deep blue water, coconut trees, tents, skulls in the sand, and a monstrous sea creature turn paradise into something darker and unforgettable. It feels like a tropical escape pulled into the HAGS universe. Beautiful, wild, mysterious, and alive with danger.
For this release, we wanted to create a summer scent that did not follow the usual path. Instead of a simple beach fragrance, we imagined standing at the edge of a hidden lagoon after dark, tents resting on the sand, coconut trees moving in the night air, citrus cutting through the humidity, salt clinging to the skin, creamy coconut drifting from the shore, and something monstrous rising beneath the moonlit water.
In the daylight, it may look like paradise, but after dark, the lagoon does not belong to us. The fragrance opens with a sharp splash of grapefruit, peppery citrus, and bergamot, giving it a bright, energetic bite. At the heart, sea salt, creamy coconut, and marine accord bring the atmosphere of ocean air, warm skin, and tropical depth. As it settles, coconut cream, soft musk, and salty skin create a smooth, sensual base that feels sun-warmed, clean, and slightly addictive.
This is not your typical tropical scent. This is our lagoon, a summer escape where beauty turns dangerous, seen through the dark, artistic world of HAGS. Somebody asked us the other day why we call it HAGS and everybody else calls it HAGS. Well, when you come right down to it, there's HAGS, and then there's HAGS. In the Cortex X base, where skin science meets tradition. Well, y'all, come along with us. We're going to open this box that just arrived from Greece. All right, y'all, this box arrived this morning, and we popped it open to see what soap we were going to do today, but we did not open the other little goodies. But y'all, look at the stickers! These are the OG HAGS stickers, and there's even a couple of magnets, and we have not seen these two yet. Look at those, y'all. The 5th anniversary logo. Look
Congrats.
at that. Oh, and suitable for framing. Look at these posters, y'all. These are definitely going up in the shave den. All right, first, let's take a look at the soap and splash. I have not seen the label yet. Look at that.
Look at all the fun colors!
Isn't that fabulous?
This was not going to spill on the way from Greece. My goodness.
Made it safely, and some bubble wrap to play with later. That's always fun.
Yeah, look at that fun monster.
There are your perfect friends for today, but there are some more friends in this box. Hold on. Oh, look at this, y'all. This is the Ultra Glide Pre-Shave Stick. Look at this. Please hold. All right, y'all. From the sales page, some colors feel calm. Oh, Baby Blue feels cold, electric, and unforgettable. Created as the first step in our blue cooling shaving ritual, Baby Blue Ultra Glide Pre-Shave was designed to prepare the skin while keeping your shaving soap in full control.
It almost looks like there are little sparkles in there.
I know, look at like a disco ball.
For this release, we wanted the pre-shave to be clean, effective, and intentional. That is why Baby Blue Ultra Glide Pre-Shave is unscented, made to improve glide and comfort without interfering with the fragrance of your preferred shaving soap. The cooling sensation adds an icy layer to the shave, while the slick texture helps the razor move smoothly across the skin. It is simple, focused, and built for performance.
This is not just a pre-shave. This is Baby Blue, a cold, electric start to the HAGS shaving ritual. Scent profile. Unscented, designed not to interfere with your shaving soap. And y'all, we could fill an entire episode with this sales page. It goes into every ingredient and what it does for you. Check out the sales page at your favorite distributor site or at HAGSArtisan.com. And what is this next?
We have one more
little thing here. I have no idea what this is.
It's kind of blue too. Let's see.
It is. I'm guessing this is like a new kind of line of things. The baby blue pre-shave kind of thing, or is this a post-shave? Let's see. Baby blue cooling aftershave. Look at that color, y'all. That is fabulous. And from the sales page, some endings are quiet. Some hit like a song at the perfect moment. Baby Blue Cooling Aftershave was created as the final step in our blue cooling shaving ritual. Fresh, icy, and unforgettable. For this aftershave, we wanted something easy to wear after any shave. The scent is intentionally light and fresh, made to refresh the skin without overpowering your shaving soap or competing with your fragrance. The scent opens with clean citrus, bringing brightness and freshness.
A touch of lavender adds calm and balance, while musk and woods create a soft, smooth finish that stays close to the skin. The cooling effect delivers the final hit. Crisp, icy, and addictive. This is not an ordinary aftershave. This is Baby Blue, a cold cinematic finish seen through the bold artistic world of HAGS.
Inspiration note: Baby Blue is inspired by the emotion and atmosphere of the final scene of Breaking Bad, where the song Baby Blue by Badfinger creates an unforgettable ending. We have not watched that show yet.
We need to.
I know.
Experience the icy side of post-shave care with Baby Blue Cooling Aftershave Lotion, an alcohol-based aftershave created to refresh, tone, and comfort the skin after shaving.
And y'all, there's a fabulous sales page that, again, goes into everything that's in this and why it's good for you. Go check that out at your favorite shaving site or at HAGSArtisan.com. And I think it's time for us to swing deftly into our first impression.
There is a lot going on in this artwork, y'all. You gotta spend some time looking at this.
Well, the artwork inspired the scent.
I get why.
And I love that HAGS gives you a little barrier here that you have to take off, so you know yours is the first schnoz getting on this thing since it left Greece. All right, take it in. Let me know what I am in for. Off to a lagoon today, perhaps. Maybe on the minnow.
All right, summertime.
The professor and Marianne, you know.
Ooh, it is an enjoyable whiff. I have to say, it is summer-ish, but it doesn't hit you over the face with the stereotypical summer thing. So that point that they're trying to make, it really comes through. There's like a briskness that gets me at the beginning. I think that's the grapefruit, but it doesn't go pinky. It almost just, it's more like the bittery, cleaner side somehow. Right. And then I'm really enjoying the mids here. I think that's where I'm spending the most time. It almost is more like the saltiness on your skin than it is like the salty, aquatic-y, like cologne side, if that makes sense. Gotcha. Like I really feel like I'm sitting on the beach. The coconut isn't the suntan oil one. Like I feel like it's more like the husk of the coconut somehow. But it's still very clean. It doesn't go gourmandy coconut, if that makes sense.
Right.
And the musks in here are summery. I don't know how they're doing that, but it has like a sweet, gentle skin note somehow. It's clean, but it has a little summer fun going on.
It did say sensual.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. A little flirty.
Right. I told you it was Marianne.
Okay, so like where the Sol de Janeiro one to me goes a little more feminine, a little sweeter off the skin, this is like the masculine upside down version of this somehow. Like there's something, it must be the musks or something about it that leans more masculine to me. It's clean, it's summery, but it's kind of got this brisk peppery thing in there that's leaning a little more masculine. I feel like the other one has more of like the sweet Brazilian-y kind of, I just see the gal's legs all tanned and stuff. This one has more like sitting on the beach, but you're a little more on guard. Like you're in a little more of a ready stance, if that makes sense.
Well, with that creature looking out at you from the underbrush, that makes sense.
Can you imagine sleeping in those tents and then waking up and all of a sudden it's transformed into that?
We do live in Sasquatch territory.
True.
Here in Northern California. When we go camping at Big Basin, there are Sasquatch warnings.
There's just like a fun beachy breeze going on. I can't tell if it's morning, like sunrise, or more evening sunset, because there's something cooler going on. Not menthol or anything like that, but I can just feel like it's a little chillier. Maybe that's the creepiness coming through. But that little portion kind of makes you feel like it's summer, but then it's also not. Like that's where it kind of goes back and forth.
Well, we have the marine layer here in the Bay Area, which makes every beach-going adventure freezing cold until about 1:30 in the afternoon. We just get used to it.
Somehow, it's that. But it's tropical. So if you could connect those, that's the lagoon here. I like how subtly this is summer. It is throughout the whiff, but it's not hitting you over the face with what it's trying to do.
Right.
I feel like you could use this even pre-summer and post-summer and it still be able to be used where some of the other summer ones are like, okay, these are only good for like 2 months out of the year. This one really has like a gentle marine layer that kind of adds a little coastally hit more than only summer. To me, this is one of those like white sand beaches. There's just something crisp and clean, and that's like as dark as it goes for me. The darks in here are not very dark. Like I think even just the outside husk of the coconut is maybe coloring wise as dark as this goes for me. There's something about the vibrancy of the midtones turned up that really kind of just swallow up the rest of the scent in the best of ways. The like white cleanness that I'm getting is almost approaching a barbershop-y thing. If it could be on the beach with a little gentle whiff of summer, like the salty air going by, but it's almost the musts or the white linens, or I don't think there's a white floral, but it's almost approaching what a lavender can do. It's just being done with something completely different. But like how those are used in barbershop lanes, this is kind of speaking that way to me.
I want to go to there.
Okay, I just keep feeling like I need a longer and longer whiff. I'm ready to see what you
I'm
think.
excited diving in here, this lagoon. All right.
Well, summer fun.
Oh, y'all, this is wild. Well, my imagination just took me back to when I went to Hawaii when I was 10 or 11 years old on a National Funeral Directors Association convention. And there were those subtle pineapple and coconut notes kind of inside of everything. Every sunscreen, every lotion, every time you got pancakes, it came with pineapple and coconut syrup. That nostalgic sweetness. But then that's wrapped in 2 other layers of things. And your nose kind of descends into what it knows best first, into that coconut and for me almost pineapple-y sense. But then you realize that you have fallen rather far and you start to look around at where you're at. Okay, whoa, hold on. Okay, I'm going to work from the inside out. The next layer that I'm kind of discovering is something woody, but almost like, you know how palm trees shed their bark? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that smell along with driftwood, along with the outside of a coconut, all at the same time, something deep and brown and dry in those woods. That's lovely. And it pulls against the sweetness of the coconut and what I do get is pineapple in the very middle of this in a beautiful way. But hold on, because there is some kind of cloud around the whole outside of this. Let me see if I can figure it out.
That's why the image when you mentioned fog, but I'm like, make that kind of tropical coastal and you're there.
You know what it is for me? It's the smell of ocean water. Without like the marine botanicals.
Yes.
Because while I do love good vibrations from PAA, the splash gets to me after a little while because those marine botanicals are a little bit squinchy. Somehow, this is like fresh, clean seawater with the foam.
Yeah.
Without the botanicals.
I'm with you. It's like crystal clean. You can see through the blue water.
Right. You know what's funny about the lagoon in Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
It was man-made at a filming studio, but it was like in the middle of downtown Hollywood. It wasn't like out by the other movie studios. It was like right in the middle of like a neighborhood and a commercial district. So every once in a while they'd have to pause because there were like horns honking and stuff of the cars driving by that lagoon. And you know how when you're at the beach, all of the scents just have a natural sweetness that wash over you. There is nothing overly sweet in this, but it does have such a beautiful, amicable quality in how sweet it gets.
It's not gourmandy sweet, but it's like nature's natural sweets.
Right. And then on the very outside is kind of a musk. And it kind of makes me think of Muscle Beach, that famous beach in Southern California, right near Huntington Beach, where they have all of this incredible, insane gym equipment, and all of these ginormous dudes and ladies are showing off their pecs and biceps by doing tricks on the rings and stuff. And there is just that subtle musk of human skin and sweat in the air. There is something about that on the outside of this.
But it's like the natural saltiness that can only happen at the beach somehow. Like, that's how you know it's different on your skin.
And I love that while this paints an absolutely perfect picture of a beach for me, there is nothing stereotypical about it. And that's probably because of the monster on the cover.
Do you get that thing that almost feels like there's a cool breeze in the air coming through?
Ooh, I think that's somewhere for me in that ocean saltiness, because I kind of feel that wind off the water on my face. It's kind of presenting for me that way. And you know what else is cool? I have never smelled anything like this that didn't have like a red wilty floral attached to it, but there is nothing floral that my nose is getting in this. Just the natural sweetness of the fruits and the salt and the air.
How's the grapefruit hitting you?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny that you mentioned that. Because grapefruit and I do not always get along. It's not exactly to the level of oak moss.
Right, that's a different level.
We're not friends. And it's not in here for me. Generally, when I see grapefruit on a list of scent notes, I kind of know what to expect. None of that is in here. So let me see if I can find out how it's presenting itself
in here.
To me,
it's like kind of the brisk side of it somehow.
Oh. You know what? Hold on. It's there, but it is turned way down in the mix to where you only know it's there like if you're told. I think it's only there to give the natural sweets a little tiny bit of bitter or sour to pull against, but it's almost kind of like smelling a sweet and sour sauce.
Right.
You don't really smell the sour part of it. That's how the grapefruit's being used in this. And I really don't know if I would put this in a masculine or feminine lane. Like, my brain just showed me David Hasselhoff standing next to Pamela Anderson in Baywatch.
There you go.
So maybe kind of both.
Maybe it's more the beach location. Everyone's welcome.
Right. Everyone's running.
They're running from that monster. I'm just saying.
And there is a touch of sensuality in this, I will tell you. Right. Something about being on the beach and everybody's in two pieces and Speedos.
Yep.
There's something about that built into this. Well, y'all, come along with us. We're going to build a Cortex X lather and take another look at these scent notes. And back to the sales page at HAGS Artisan. Oh, what's that you say? You don't want to pay shipping from Greece? We don't blame you. In the United States, HAGS suggests the Razor Company, the Shave Supply, the Wet Shaving Store, Pasture Pharmacy in New York City, and Razor Emporium, where they are all stocking a line of HAGS products. All right, we start with grapefruit, but again, it's like hiding among the trees. I don't really sense it in here in any traditional sense. If you're not a grapefruit fan, this is absolutely safe for you. And then
peppery citrus, which I totally smell that. I don't know exactly what citrus that is, but that's for sure in here.
That's the pineapple for me, which I kind of think smells like a pine apple. If you put those two scents together, there's something about that in there. And then beautiful bergamot, which I think kind of helps it descend into the next layers.
I'm with you. And that almost like perfectly seamlessly transitions to sea salt, creamy coconut, not too lactonic, but it is creamy. And then marine accord. That's that fresh breeze off the water.
The coconut is a tiny bit lactonic for me. There is something creamy in this. Sometimes the way that like sandalwood adds a creaminess. Let me make sure it's not. Oh, there is a coconut cream note in the base. So yeah, those two, y'all. And then the marine accord. But again, not botanical, not the squinchy under the dock kind of musky smell. You know what I mean?
See, I think my brain was getting more of the creaminess as the muskiness, but it's probably just because they're next to each other. It just doesn't go completely sweet gourmandy.
Right.
So the cream is much more rugged, if that could make sense.
Well, it kind of makes me remember the coconut syrup that I got with my macadamia nut pancakes the last day of my Hawaii trip. Well, I was 11 years old. And then soft musk and salty skin. Again, a pair of salt notes. But again, the salt is pretty prominent in here. And you know, I did say sweat, but like in a good way, if that makes sense. In a sensual way, if that makes sense. This is a G-rated show.
But I'm also thinking when you're at the beach, there is a saltiness in the water. There's something about the salt water on your skin too, that like some part of that, I love that it's its own scent note because we both got it, but it's just interesting to try to explain that out loud.
This is one of my favorite summer scents.
I agree. Ooh. I was just thinking, is there a roll-on EDP we might have to get?
Right, they do those fabulous roll-on EDPs at competitive prices too.
I like sneaking those in my purse in case I forget to put something on, then it's just a quick little sneak.
All right, y'all. This is Sarah's Fabulous, a.k.a. Brushworks, Brush and Bowl, turned live on Instagram by Amelia and Gardner. We love our matching sets from them.
I was trying to go bright and colorful for the summer fun label.
You nailed it. All right.
Oh yes, super soft.
There's a nice softness to this. Not crazy soft. Not like Salvin Oak, but it's soft.
There might be a little vanilla in here. There's just a little discoloration. Maybe part of that creamy coconut.
That's what I was going to say. The coconut cream's probably got some vanilla hiding in there. And then some sea spray from our bougie sprayer, a gift from Sean and Julie Smuldridge. And Sarah's going to start with about 2 tablespoons of water down there at the bottom of the bowl, but just start drawing the soap up up onto her brush bristles from the top, letting a little bit of that water moisten the tips of the bristles, just enough to pull the soap up onto the brush before we really start building a lather.
I really do like starting with a dry brush. There's something about knowing the bristles actually connect directly to the soap. You can almost feel that feedback a little bit better. Go in one direction and then the other. I'm going to turn the brush and go for that same thing. And once it feels like most of the soap isn't really in the bowl anymore, it's all hiding on those bristles, I'm diving in and adding a little more of that water into the mix. Oh, things are turning a little more blue. I stand corrected.
Nice.
Okay, so that picture where the water is blue.
Yeah.
Thumbs up here waking up.
And, their new line of blue pre- and post-shave products. There you go. Do you get pineapple, or am I just inventing that because I get a Hawaii vibe from this?
I wasn't until you said it, but I think it's the peppery citrus. There's something in there that is that tone, but it doesn't get syrupy sweet. So to me, pineapple almost seems too sweet, but you might be right just having that next to the brisk kind of peppery citruses.
That's my favorite citrus in the world is pineapple.
It almost could be something super crazy like guava, like something that we don't always use.
Right.
It's light,
right?
But it does have a summery hit going on.
I love the tents. Their passion was intense, and in cars, and in bushes.
Whew. Okay, I'm taking back my masculine hit because whatever woke up in the middle of this is definitely adding a little more flirty fun going on here.
All right. Look at that Cortex lather busting out all over.
It's falling out of the bowl.
Oh, I know we never talk about lather at the Barbershop Duet, but that is exceptional.
This is a happy lather.
And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Ginger or Marianne whiff. There is a correct answer. On 3, 1, 2. Okay, got it.
Yeah, see what opened in the middle there? I can't figure it out.
Oh.
Right? Less coconutty?
There's like a reorganization of the set notes here in the leather. They're just as intense, and I can perceive them all in the same way, but they're kind of clinging together in a different way here.
Right? It's not that it's less marine note or less coconut. It's just something else is a little louder here.
You know what it is?
Yeah?
That's the morning version. This is the nighttime version. Ooh, that's nice. And yeah, we do enjoy watching our Tennessee whiskey shaving channel, but we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, so we thought you might like to see what this lather looks like when it coats and covers. Oh, you know something? There is a tiny bit of a cooling feel of this on my face. See if you find it too. What a beautiful feel that is.
That is pretty padded, y'all.
All right, well, come along with us. We're going to try this splash on for size and also this post aftershave splash. And stay tuned for the How It Shaves section, where I will be reviewing this fabulous bright blue pre-shave stick. But for right now, we're going to dive into this splash and then put on this fabulous after splash.
Maybe one per cheek. Oh, yeah, that has a smell to it, too. That one is scented. Okay, let's start here.
Here we go. Throw me a little something there.
Okay. Off to the lagoon we go.
Ooh. Oh.
Yep. Something else is...
This is a little more cologne-y.
Oh, yeah.
This is a little bit more beautifully syrupy sweet, like I'd expect in a high-level EDP kind of thing.
Oh, but those citruses are having a little bit more of a voice here, y'all.
And the woods are darker in this. They're pulling against the sweets harder, giving me a little bit more mystery, a little bit more dryness in the scent. Ooh.
There's nothing in here that gets pokey. You can wear this all day, every day.
This is fabulous. And I love the human skin note in this.
Don't lose
that beautifully sweet, sweaty note at the bottom of this. We have had human skin sweaty stuff in a couple of other scent notes and a couple of other soaps. Never like this. This is legit.
There's like a starchiness of a banana, but it's not in here. But it's still that bright white color. Like anything that can fit in that category of clean musts and salty air, like something that foaminess off the marine layer. It's all fabulous here.
And we've just had a brief meeting. I love that you are the one to suggest our masterpiece candidates for the last 6 masterpieces we've had.
Just saying.
But Demetrius, congratulations, because this has made our 2026 masterpiece collection and absolutely deserving. This is fabulous stuff. All right, y'all, and we're going to try this baby blue cooling aftershave and see what this does with this scent. Now, this has scent notes of citrus, lavender, musk, and woods. Let's see if we can smell it a little bit on our hands on its own here before we combine them.
It may mix with the other one actually really well, I gotta say.
Light, a tiny bit floral. From, of course, the lavender in there.
Yeah.
This is a barbershop finish. Okay, hold on.
It's cooler here.
I love how this is kind of turning this even more into the beachy Barbershop Lane. This is fabulous.
Okay, there's a powdery, almost barbershop-y thing happening, but it doesn't go super clean barbershop-y. Like the lighter citruses and the lavender has like this fun purple hue to it.
And it's just a kiss of cool. It's not like a Blizzard Battles candidate. Get that out of your head.
I honestly feel like this does have a spring to summer kind of vibe somehow coming through here, but you do. Like the baby blue theme of like it being that barbershop-y everyday use, it's working.
And if you do get a high-level straight razor shave, they are going to use a few different products on your skin. I love how these are coming together.
And this is actually an aftershave lotion. You can feel like the skin coating is a little different than just the normal aftershave going on.
I'm glowing. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Russell Johnson and Dawn Wells. Very excited that they have just been cast as the Professor and Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island until they hear the season 1 theme song that says Gilligan, the skipper to the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, and all the rest. And all the rest, they did not get their own. In the United States, HAGS suggests the Shave Supply, the Wet Shaving Store, the Razor Company, Razor Emporium, and Pasture Pharmacy. Well, I have had my shave, y'all, with Abyssal Lagoon, but let's start with this fabulous pre-shave stick. Definitely an upgrade to my shave, made it a little bit slicker, gave me just a kiss of menthol, not too cold, just enough to make me feel a little bit fresher, a little bit lightly slapped in the face, if you know what I mean. And it moisturized my beard, so I didn't really feel like I had to shower beforehand. My beard was nice and soft and conditioned for the shave. Now, for this soap. Even though we spent half an hour getting to know this scent, I was still charmed by it when I took the lid off to have my shave. Everything about it, that fruity note in the middle, the sweaty musks around the outside make it magical. And y'all, the Cortex X is a no-nonsense base. There is nothing in here you don't need, if that makes sense, and everything you do so the eraser can just dance across your stubble. It was clean, comfortable, and smooth. HAGS, thank you so much. We will be back soon. Hey, welcome to Messages.
For our August giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Adopted Acres.
That's right, y'all. And all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first September episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
It is mid-August here in our barbershop. And I don't think our summer collection would have been complete without this. What an unexpected delight this is. Whisking me away to Hawaii, and then whisking me away somehow to Muscle Beach, and then giving me a little bit of a fear of falling asleep in a tent on the sand. What a great scent this is.
I love knowing that this is the HAGS version of a summer escape, because I feel like we'd have a fun adventure hanging out with all these creepy friends, I gotta say.
And Demetrius, thank you so much for basically overnighting this fabulous package to our little barbershop all the way from Greece. We so appreciate your thoughtfulness and your friendship, but mostly we appreciate your artisanship. You are such a beloved part of this wet shaving community, and I am so excited to have some new things in your lineup to try before and after my shave. Could this summer get any better?
And a masterpiece, y'all. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell more masterpiecey just watching this.